Hello and welcome again to Will and Ware Games Corner. Today, LOK Digital. Beyond the usual that you can find a link to the Steam page in the description, there is not really anything I can tell you. I think it's about language. I don't know anything about this game. Exciting. Let's just start with it then. Hunting some seeds. Okay. Some water. Was also letters. And a guy. LOK are a fresh new kind of living beings that spawn in the middle of a vast, incomprehensible world. Help them understand their surroundings and guide them towards expansion of their civilization. I like this map. Fire. 1. Click on tiles to spell LOK. Use LOK by clicking on an additional tile. You must always black out all tiles in a level. I see. LOK, tile, LOK, tile. Keywords must be spelled in a straight line. So I cannot do this. Fine. LOK, LOK, LOK. Ah, no, I cannot do that either. A straight line, alright. You can hold click and drag to select tiles. You can also undo moves or reset the puzzle anytime. Adjacency of tiles can change throughout solving a puzzle. Figure out how. Adjacency of tiles. Ah, so black tiles don't count. I see. LOK, LOK. Next world unlocked. Alright. Not too bad. LOK. 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 No, that's not it. How then? No. The only LOK I can form here could form this, but not having formed that one. I can form both of these, but that's still not enough. That is weird. Lock to the left. But to do that I need to first make this one black. So this is the only lock I can start with. After that, the only thing I can do is make this key. No. This is now lock. Now this is lock. Finally, this is lock. That was tricky. Here they are having a bit of fire. This is advanced levels. And star puzzles are advanced puzzles. You can save them for later. Lock. Take that, advanced puzzle. Yeah, that's not enough, not at all. Also not enough. So how many L's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 O's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 K. So we need to blacken 2 O's and 3 whites. So I can, for example, blacken that one and then that. Yeah, but you see this L, I need this L to form a lock. The only possibility is for it to pick this. Yes, that works. Now, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 L's, 7 O's. This is 9 K's. So that's at most 7. And we have 24. Not totally sure of what that gives you all in all. That O has to be removed. Yeah, that wasn't it. That was close, but still quite far. This L has to pick up this O. This L cannot pick up anything. And there's still one more O needed. If this one goes upwards, that's 1, 2. Picking this one, this picks this one. This one, okay, so this goes here. Oh, that's wrong. That's already wrong. That. No. No, not that. Exactly like that. That is correct. Wall completed, and I got a key. They make a funny noise. So how is this? Is every wall gonna be the same? I'm assuming there will gonna be a new keyword, LOK. It makes you black out 2 adjacent files. You can check hints and the dictionary by clicking the top right corner icons. Okay, so we're gonna have different words. That's gonna be interesting. I think I can only go with LOK, then these two because they are adjacent. No, that's not gonna work. That is correct. No. Next vault unlocked. I'm liking this. I can see how this could get very complex very quickly. Let's see the stars here. Lock. Lock, lock. Lock, 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 lock. Lock, lock, lock. 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 Oh, that doesn't work. Lock. 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 Ah, that the lock was a trap. I'm not sure that second lock is right. No. Lock. How do we get at the lock here? We need to do that. That. No. That works. Lock, lock, talk. Okay. I'm gonna leave this one for now. Don't need to run that much. They have a building now. The civilization is growing up. Last one was agriculture. Now buildings. Learn a new keyword. Trust the learning process. Ah, it's not gonna tell me what the keyword is. Ah. Oh. I see. It changed all the letters of this of one type. Huh. Lock. Lock. No, that doesn't work because I do need to paint two. I cannot just paint one. Lock. 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 That works. Fled. I wonder if you can find other words from later. To lock. Lock. Not enough. Two locks are not enough. That works better. Next word, unlock. Lock. Oh. Oh. Lock. Oh. Oh. No, that's not. That doesn't work. Lock. That's not enough. One lock and one to lock is all we can do. That makes more sense. No, that doesn't make sense. That makes more sense. Then I cannot finish the talak. That's not possible. LOK Talak. I need to remove one and only one. And this is gonna remove more than one. Whatever I do. No, but it has to be ta. I cannot start with anything else. But then talak is too much. Huh? And oh. Ta. And that O. You get to lock. But what you want to do is get rid of L. That's not possible. Has to be this O. No. Let's take a look at the new word. What's that? Electricity. Tiles with the letter X are conductors. They can be used, but they don't form part of the word. Oh, and they allow to do the turn. This is getting very complicated very quickly. Huh. I was thinking of doing a kind of a long session of this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to because this kind of game just eats at your brain. Now with the conductors, analyzing every that's one. That is wrong. Which one is gonna let me? This one allows me to do another to lock. Now this allows me to do that. And finally that. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can finish this world. This T won't be able, no, can form that. I think I was actually on the right path there. LOK. But now, now this is impossible. That's a bit better. I can then do LOK. Like that. And top. Alright. What I'm gonna do is, I need 8 keys to open this. And there is a new one, but I want to finish. What I want to do is I want to finish the ones I haven't finished. So let's finish this one. So the only initial movement seems to be LOK. Then this key is not gonna help, but I cannot remove that now. I need to free another movement. I can free LOK here. I can free LOK here. I can free. I'm gonna free that LOK here. Then I'm gonna free this LOK here. Then I'm blocked. Then I'm blocked. LOK is not anything. That doesn't work. LOK. I think I need to do it like this. Then I remove the T. No, this removes 2 more. I could remove the key. No. And I remove these 2. Oh, I can remove it like that. I didn't know that. But what I can do is I can remove these 2. Now I can do that. I can do this. And finally I can do that. Yes. That's the second world. Well, not finished because I still need to LOK. Finished. Second key. Now let's finish world 3. So world 2 was the wheel. World 3 is cities. Let's go there. What can we do? We have Ta. Then we will have LOK, to LOK, and to LOK. We also have Ta here. Which one is better? This doesn't work. It's like that. You just need to form ta. I think I'm gonna start with LOK. Then LOK. Then ta. No, that doesn't work. If I start with ta and I remove the O. Then LOK. No, that doesn't work either. Ta, and I remove the L. No, and I remove ta, and I remove the K. No. Ta, and I remove the A. LOK. LOK, and I remove the T. LOK. No. LOK. Yes, that works. And then LOK, and I remove the T. My only fear is that these videos are gonna be a lot of me not saying anything, which is not the best content, I think. So what can I do here? I can do that. And I could do LOK and remove L, and TA and remove key, and nah, that's not gonna work. LOK, LOK, LOK to LOK, 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 no, LOK, LOK, no, that's not it. So let's think about this. LOK, 3 letters, LOK, 4 letters. But LOK removes 1 more letter and LOK removes 2. So whenever you use LOK or you use LOK, you are removing an even number of tiles. Here we have 3, 6, 8, and 7, 15 tiles. So you certainly cannot win by just using LOK or LOK, because you need to remove an even number of tiles, and you cannot by using LOK and LOK. So you need to use ta. And you need to use ta to remove an odd number of tiles. So for example, I can do LOK and remove this. And I can use ta to remove what? All the keys, all the L's. And I can use ta to remove all the keys, and then ta to do nothing. No, that doesn't work. Remove 4 now. And remove, for example, the T. That would mean I need to remove these 2 other things. The LOK, that's the same. This is not enough tar. And then another tar that has nothing to remove. LOK. This works. LOK and then tar. Then let's try 12 star and star level. So here we have LOK, tar, I and U. Let's say we start with LOK and U, or better, LOK and O. Then tar L, then tar E. That's not good. Yeah, I like this one more. Now I can do to LOK. No, that doesn't work. LOK. Remove the two I's, and then LOK. Remove the O. Yeah. That's how you do it. LOK, LOK, clock, attack. They're getting funny now. And I remove all the C's. LOK. To remove all the keys. To remove all the L's. To remove all the keys. To remove all of the L's. That's level 13. Yay now. What can we even do? We have tar. That's the initial, the first move, because we don't have anything else. If I remember all the A's, I think that's not a good idea. I'm gonna remove all the J's, for example. Now we don't have any other movement available. So this, I remove the J's, the LOK, and I can remove LOK. For example, these two D's. With this the LOK, this LOK. No, that doesn't work. Let's say I remove the two M's first. Then I use the LOK. Remove these two. I use the LOK to remove these two, and then I use LOK, and I'm one short. So if instead I do this, I have a tar that I can use, for example, for this, the LOK, yes. No, that's not enough. I remove the L's now. That's just not gonna work. Remove the key. That's the same. I lose one LOK And there's just too many letters. Talak, and lock. And I have to remove 5, 8, 12, and 7, 19. So I need this ta to remove an odd number. M, that would be even. D or J would be odd. I'm gonna go with D again. Let me see if I've just done this incorrectly. I can do this lock and remove, for example, this M. I can do this and remove these J's. I can do that and remove that. Yeah, that is correct. And that's level 3, the world 3 completed. And I have another key. World 4, electricity. Remember, we have lock, tlak, and ta. How are we supposed to do anything here? Lock, we cannot do. Tlak, we cannot do. We can only do ta, but we cannot because T is in the middle. We need another word. Oh no, wait, this is a K. So we can do lock. Now we can do ta. Yes. Whew, now what? And it's so much harder to clearly view the words you can form when you have the X tiles in the mix. No, that's not right. This is right. I can do this to lock. Now I can do lock. And now I can do ta. Okay, level 10. And do a lock here. A talak here. Now I can do another lock. Now I can do a talak. And now I can do a ta. At least these seem to always follow the same pattern. We end up doing a ta to clean up all of the excess. Lock. No, in fact, this one. No, that doesn't help. Can you do a talak somehow? You can if you remove that. No, I prefer to start with that. And I can do a LOK. Then I can do the LOK. That's not good enough. So if we end up with Ta taking care of the excess, this X I think we could still remove. No, I'm one short again. Maybe this LOK is the way to go. Why? Why would this be better? Because I can do Ta immediately after. With this to LOK, I could remove this, and this star, I could remove this. No, that's still not good enough. No, still not good. Ah. Oh. This is difficult. This is not easy. This is not easy indeed. I think it makes sense to remove that F. It's just annoying. We're back here. I mean, we can think of parity again. 6, 13, 19. So that's an odd number. So a LOK. And that the LOK removes an even number, so if we use Ta, we need to remove an odd number. No, that's not it. That's not it. What am I missing here? The first movement is one of these two. There's nothing else possible. And then the only other options you're gonna have is lock, ta, and ta. But if you go with tas, there's just not enough. You cannot remove enough. If you go with the lock, you're not gonna be able to do lock, and ta is not gonna be enough to do anything. Not enough. If you go with this ta, oh, nothing. That also didn't work. But I can remove this instead. Yeah, that works. Oh, that was tricky. What can you even do here? You cannot do lock. You can't do ta. Yes. Now what? What do you do? Now you can do another ta. Now you can do another ta. And now you're out of words. Now you're out of words. And instead do this, which means you can now do lock. I think I prefer to do this one, so I can then later do talak. But then I need to do sample the M's. Then I can do talak. Which will allow me to take these two, for example. I can do lock to remove that, and now I can do ta to remove this. Oof. Oof. Now what? What's even this? I have a lock here. That lock, I can now do, no, that doesn't work. But let's see, I start by removing all of this. Now with that lock, CLA. I need to do a talak. But to do a talak, I would need to remove this one. No. No, that doesn't work, in fact. That doesn't work at all. But I can do this. Another ta. The tas are just not good enough. I need to remove 4 different letters here. I need a talak. But it's not possible. I cannot get a talak with what I have here. How can I get a talak? I could go here. No, the A's are just not in line. I would need that A. I would need that A. But now I cannot go through because we still don't have. So I guess I can do that. The lock. Oof. And now. That was fun. And that's the world 4 completed. We are getting to the Industrial Revolution. Learn a new keyword. E? Yeah, no. Oh, I can add letters. This is gonna get ugly. E, X, B, A, black, no, in fact, it's gonna be O, lock, B, 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 lock. Aha. I really like these games that make you feel very smart with things that are probably not that hard, but they do seem hard when you start looking at them. What do we have here? With B and ta. I could remove these two. B can remove nothing. Another B, but I won't have anything to write on it. B, E, da, remove these two. LOK. No. Da, AL, but that's not gonna work because I need to remove. No, that's not work. That's not good. No. That's not gonna work because now we have 3 to remove. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 to remove. But we can only remove 1 every time, and we only have 3 words to remove them. That's not gonna work. Now here, LOK we can remove 1, and then tag can remove. No, that also doesn't work. I see. I can do this, then remove all the A's, and then remove the other L with the LOK. I've been playing already half an hour in this session. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can finish wall 5. B and B. Let's say I put here an R and an R. Then I do ta to remove all the spaces. Then I do tlak to remove these two. Yeah, that worked. Given that you can add any letter, I'm assuming you should be able to create words that will only be found later on in the game. Once you know them, otherwise, I mean, the amount of trial and error to find the words. You see, next one. What do we have here? We have a B. What do we need here? An L or an X? If it is an L, we can do tlak. Yeah, I think it's an L. And we can do tlak. Then we can do LOK. No, that doesn't work. It's too much here. So let's say it is an X. and I do a ta. Now I do a lock. Now I do a lock. That's better. Then I will do another lock. And then I'm gonna do another lock. Next word, unlock. Wi-Fi. We are advancing quite a lot. The lock. The lock. Feels like we're gonna need something like this. No, that doesn't work. No. Oh, what can you do here? And next, then if you do a ta, you could remove all of the excess. Then with the lock, you could remove the one ta to remove the X, two tas to remove the K. See, I think that works. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Or let's see. B E lock. Lock. Not enough. No, that's not good. No, that cannot be it. That cannot be it. We have a talak that needs two things. We can have another talak here. No. Certainly seems like this should be an X. But if this is an X, you are blocked. Because you cannot get there. This is an X. You cannot go from that place. You could do a lock this way. You would need an X here. Allows you to do a lock. Maybe another B. I don't see it. I don't see it here. And I cannot turn, obviously. And do this. But then we are missing two which are quite different. We cannot get another talak. There's just not enough. Not unless we don't get. No, not seeing this one. Maybe a good sign to finish. But let me take a look first at wall number 5. Wi-Fi and a high-speed train. There is a rule that wasn't obvious before. Look at the hint if needed. I'm guessing it's this, the fact that adjacency skips spaces, which I had realized for Tolak. I didn't realize you could still make words this way. It would certainly help. Well, I really wanted to stop for now. No, I don't see that one either. But it's 4 keys already. I'm assuming there are 8 walls in total, so we are not bad. Okay, this should be an easy edit at least. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of a game like this, where there is not that much to comment? Do you feel the comment adds anything to the video? Would you prefer games like this to just be videos made without any comment? Remember to like, remember to leave a like, remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And in any case, thank you for watching. I hope this was interesting, funny, helpful, or whatever. I'll see you next time on Will and Where Games Corner.